Coming up in today's episode, man, I don't like what's going on, man. Brandon Tatum has to be stopped, man. I don't like the fact that he's going on all these shows and he continues to attack Nolan Wells and his mother. And Nolan Wells is not even here to defend himself. And he continues to slander his name and continues to attack Nolan Wells' mother. And he's outright calling his mother a liar. Now, he's went on to the Chris Cuomo show. And it seems like Brandon Tatum is real comfortable when he's sitting down talking to the opposite race because of the fact that they're not challenging him. And he's being real respectful to the opposite race. We've seen him on the Nancy Grace CNN show. Real respectful with Nancy Grace. But it seems like he wants to call out and name call the black folks that he sits down and has a conversation with and debates topics. Teslin Figaro, he called her out and called her super ghetto. Now he got some things to say about Elliott Connie. You know what he said about D.L. Hewley? Very boisterous. They're going back and forth. And when can a mother grieve her son's death? And she just wants answers to figure out what happened to her son. But it seems like Brandon Tatum is not making things even any better, because it's apparently that Nolan Wells' so-called friends, he goes to bat for them, tries to protect them at all costs, but he continues to slander somebody that is no longer with us, like Nolan Wells, attacking his character and also attacking his mother's character, saying that some of the things that she said, you can't believe her because she's outright lying. That has to stop. This Nolan Wells tragedy is nationally known. People are talking about it. And people are following this closely because a lot of people, like Nolan Wells' mom and family, they want answers. They want to figure out what happened to Nolan Wells on July 4th. Now, Brandon Tatum is making it a point to try to minimize Nolan Wells and his family, especially his mother. We've seen him on countless interviews with certain media personnel. We've seen him on Trent Out Loud, where Trent Out Loud has exposed him. We've seen what D.L. Hewley has said about him. We all know Brandon Tatum's track record. This is the guy that said that black people was better off in slavery. This is the guy that cried when Charlie Kirk got killed, but won't cry for his own son. And some of the things that he has said pertaining around this Nolan Wells tragedy, a lot of people are questioning. Now he sits down with Chris Cuomo and attacks Nolan Wells' character and slanders his mother and basically say the mom is lying. But before we get off into what he said, do me a favor, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. And now a lot of people are just flaming Brandon Tatum. So I'm going to want y'all to sit here and pay attention to what he is saying to Chris Cuomo, how he believes Nolan Wells' so-called friends on everything they say, but don't believe nothing that the mother says. Take a listen.
Nolan Wells was a known alcoholic who was, fall down drunk that day. I've just reported what has been said on your interviews and others, that he was there partying with everybody else and that he was known to drink. So it's not like he didn't drink.
Look at his face.
And he was partying with people. And now, again, I saw on the platform where the mother's saying, oh, that's not true. That's being said about him. I mean, what's your understanding of this?
Here's one of those other things where can I trust, not in the nefarious way, but can I trust what mama is saying? Because mama is contending with her son's reputation too. Now, anybody with
which is stellar, by the way. I haven't heard a bad word about the kid.
The kid was, I don't want to say a god, but he was a mini god. Like nobody has anything bad to say. No one. Matter of fact, his parents, I floated an idea when I was talking to them, like, could it be possible that he was doing something like this and it was something potentially criminal? One of the parents almost screamed at me at the idea of never would Nolan do anything like that. Nolan was a perfect kid. I mean, I'm telling you, even the other parents are defending Nolan.
This is downright
But anyway,
slander.
The whole thing about drinking, Chris, come on, man. We know you're not going to Horn Island at 18, 19, 20, and you're not having a good time. There's a video out right now. We posted it. It's all over the internet. They pan the thing. You see Nolan in the water. You see everybody with drinks in their hand. You see another kid passing out drinks. There is no way that Nolan is not having a drink. And there are accounts that people told me that Nolan had a lot of drinks. Now,
but you believe them.
Warren
but you don't
said
believe the
when
mother.
he saw Nolan at 3, Nolan seems to be fine. People that saw Nolan after 3 said that he had been drinking. Now, nobody really knows what's the contributing factor because you don't really know. You could be drinking a lot and you could be getting woozy from exhaustion. Because, Chris, I went out there for an hour and a half. I think I was at Horn Island. My arms are peeling now because I got sunburned. I wanted to take a nap. This is the sun just beaming on me, and I wasn't even drinking or nothing. I wasn't even in the water. I jumped in the water to get to the island and jumped in the water to get back on the boat. I mean, it was like a 20, 30-minute boat ride. And, man, I wanted to go take a nap. Imagine being out there for 6 hours.
It's exhausting.
And drinking.
Not hydrating, drinking booze.
You're just drinking beer and stuff.
Listen, I get it. I mean, I just thought it was interesting that,
but people, Chris, people have, this is becoming more than it ever should have been because it reveals the internal racism that black people have. And I'm not saying anybody else is racist. I'm just speaking for black people. Every time remember the Carmelo thing? You had people saying they were glad that white boy got killed. People made rumors and lied all about this kid's character, and they defamed him and everything.
Well, that's
then
what
you
you're doing about Nolan Wells
Carmelo
and his mother.
Anthony was guilty.
Come on,
he
now.
was sentenced.
It
was clearly a disproportionate use of what he would consider self-defense. It wasn't right. He was wrong. He stabbed him. He admitted to stabbing him. You had an entire wave of the black community that if you decided you were going to say something about Austin Metcalf that was positive, if you were to come out and say that Carmelo Anthony was wrong, you got lectured.
Hear this guy?
They called you every name in the book. And look at what happened in the case. I knew what happened because I'm a cop and I know what the laws are. This case is very similar. If you don't say that these white boys did something wrong, and I almost would challenge you, Chris, to try this, but I don't want you to try it because, it can become ugly. But I almost want you to say, I don't think they did it. And watch your voicemails and watch your Instagram messages. You're going to get your life threatened. I just played 3 calls that Ben Hudson got. Dudes are saying, we're going to kill you. We're going to come kill your kid. We're going to catch y'all out.
Contradicting, y'all.
He gave $50,000 towards finding out what happened to Nolan. It's a racial thing. And in our country, it's completely divided on these topics every single time. And it's because these race hustling activists, they come out and interject race.
Boy,
Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf had nothing to do with race. It's a young man making a poor decision that ruined his life. No race is involved in this, man. We don't have any reason to believe any one of these boys had a racial.
Well, I agree with that. We don't have any reason to believe right now in what's going on with Nolan Wells. We have no reason to believe.
But Chris, why do they bring it up? Why would they bring it up?
I mean,
They
look,
know.
we
They
both
know
know
what
why
they're
they bring
doing.
it up, because it was
Ask Chris
that
that
initial
question.
picture is one black guy and a bunch of white guys, and it
But that's-
seemed like 5 guys went out, 4 guys came back, and it's the black guy.
But
That's
that's
the
not
initial image.
right.
Now, I know
but
it's not
people-
accurate, but that was the image.
right, and that image in some people's minds, who are
And it's Mississippi.
right.
you
But
know.
see, but it's they have a race. They live life through a racist lens. I see a picture saying these boys went out. One boy did not come back. These boys may have done something they shouldn't have done. They made a mistake,
See, listen,
and they're wrong.
He's contradicting
They should go to
himself.
prison if they have done something to
Now
this boy.
the
I
boys
don't
made a
think.
mistake.
Oh, it must be something because it's white boys and a black guy. We're past that.
Now they made a
Here,
mistake.
if you're intelligent enough, you should be past that.
Y'all
In
just listen
Mississippi,
to how he's
I'm
putting
telling
his
you
foot
right
in
now,
his
Chris,
mouth.
they can't name another comparable case that they say a black person was done wrong in the last 10, 15 years.
This is
A
crazy.
comparable case. Where do they have a case
Y'all
of
just
bias
follow the, like,
where they have a
Turn Out
white
Loud
kid
said,
that did this
follow the
crime,
tea
a
leaf.
black kid that did this crime in equal circumstances, and it's a biased transaction? They don't have it.
But
And-
even
and-
if they don't, or even if they did, it doesn't change where we are with Nolan Wells. We got to
No.
wait until
What-
this grand jury presents its findings.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that why there's no race involved in this at this point. But
Now, do y'all hear how Brandon Tatum contradicts himself on every show that he goes on? First off, I'm going to start off painting it like this. You slandering Nolan Wells. You attacking his character. And then you saying his mother's lying. But in reference to the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, when you talking about people was attacking Austin Metcalf's character, ain't that what you doing to Nolan Wells' character and his mom's character? You see where you contradicting yourself? You see where he puts his foot in his mouth every time he speaks on different shows because he don't remember half of the things that he be saying? And then he was adamant about saying people are saying that Austin Metcalf was this, Austin Metcalf was that, and he's protecting that. It seems like he's protecting the other side, but not his side. And this goes to the Nolan Wells tragedy. You continue to attack his character. And when Chris Cuomo was talking about the drinking aspect of it, your face was like, but some of the things I do agree with you, because as an 18-year-old, you get out there and you see all the booze around, you're going to drink. But when his mother made the statement that Nolan Wells is not that type of kid that's going to get inebriated the way that you're saying, and then you're saying that she's lying. She knows her son, but you saying that she's lying, but you're believing everything that his so-called friends are telling you. You believe that, but you don't believe a mother that birthed their own child and knows their child. It's certain things that you said that are very contradicting, because you go on to protect Nolan Wells' so-called friends, but you can't even protect the fact that his mother is grieving, and you continuously are attacking the character of Nolan Wells and the credibility of Nolan Wells' mother. Y'all guys, you see what's going on here? Y'all see what's going on with Brandon Tatum? That's why he must be stopped. That's why people are calling out Brandon Tatum for who he is, man. We already know that he is on the other side. He's not on his side. He's a switch hitter. He's on the other side, man. This just confirms that. He's very contradicting. And you heard that in that whole interview with Chris Cuomo. You're protecting the other side while attacking the side that you belong to. That's asinine, man. Y'all guys get down in that comment section and let me know what y'all think about today's video, man. This guy must be stopped.
I see everyone in the comment section, hashtag salute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know every time I drop a hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that will wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.